We have clearly identified 4 businesses that we believe are going to be momentum verticals. One of them is BFSI, the second one is healthcare and pharmaceuticals, the third is going to be energy and utilities, and the fourth is going to be retail and consumer products. As far as these 4 momentum verticals are concerned, our first objective is to figure out which are the areas where the market is going to move towards. So for example, in oil and gas, 80% of the IT budgets in most organizations which are exploring today, which are looking at the oil and gas business, are moving towards what we call exploration budgets. Right? So it's what is otherwise called as E&P, exploration and production budgets. We didn't have skill sets in that area.
Okay.
Only 5% of our revenue came from that area. Most of our
Which is
revenue
why
came from
you
downstream.
went and bought those.
We bought SAIC. And apart from that buy, it's also got us 6 Fortune 500 customers, which I think is a big one for us, because in the oil and gas industry, it's a 100-year-old industry. It's a
breaking in isn't easy unless you have some kind of a track record.
So we just went after that. So that's the kind of business that we're looking at. So we're saying in these 4 verticals, we will look for where the market is growing. We will either organically or inorganically build solutions and build capability. Number 1. Number 2, what we're saying is in the same verticals, we will move the decision making closer to the customer.
Okay.
So it's going to be account based decision making.
Okay.
It's not going to be somebody sitting in Bangalore and making a decision. If you look at banking as a segment, we are very weak in banking.
Sure.
So what we have now done is that we have tied up with a product vendor called Temenos, and we've created a utility model where we will offer both BPO services and IT services on a per use basis, which is a pretty unique model.
Sure.
So our belief is that ultimately, if you look at the world 3 years from now, and if you build the Wipro of today that's going to be relevant 3 years from now, there are again certain technology areas that we're going to call out specifically apart from the vertical areas that we believe are going to have a big impact. One of them is mobility and the other one is data analytics.
Okay.
We've called that out as 2 separate horizontal services for us, and that's what we grew. You ask yourself, what will Wipro look 3 years from now? And 3 years from now, the margin expectation will be significantly higher than what we're looking at today.
Is there any indicative?
I'd be disappointed if we don't have a 25% average.
Okay.
Give or take a few, give a few points.
Okay.
I wouldn't take away anything from that.